Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now live with Larry. So grateful that you have once again continued to join us here on this beautiful, this time Saturday evening for us here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're watching on the record, it's going to be a great show. I can already tell and predict the future. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, it looks like we have made history. This is now the third show in a row where we've gotten a super chat before the show even has started. Thank you so much to one of the OGs, Selmo Fudd, for the $10 donation. Crypto Talk Now. Let's keep it going. Smash the like button. Actually, he says, please smash the like button. And I say the same thing. Please do that. It would be very much appreciated. Continuing on, Michael Cornwell. Thank you again for your donation, for the $1 donation. Another OG. In fact, I want to just give a little bit of thanks, praise, recognition, whatever you want to call it, to the people that are on the screen. There's 9 people. All you guys are special. I don't want you to think that you're not, if you're not a member. You are still special to this audience. But these are just a little bit more special. I have to give, them props. These 9 people, I'm going to read their names. Edward Vincent, Samuel, don't call me Captain Hook, Legrand Commission, Kramit, Michael Cornwell, Crypto Lotto Group, Tim Shea, Selmo Fudd, and Common Sense, of course, which was the first. He was the first member, in all fairness. But all these people and all of you guys that are watching, and ladies, are very special. If your dogs and cats are watching, they're also special. All right, so I just want to say that you guys are automatically invited into our focus group to shape what is going to happen with this network moving forward, providing input on content, providing input on different platforms that we get on, and so on and so forth, and also being granted access to being the first to actually have a chance to buy in the network. Everyone's going to get a chance to buy into the network, but we're going to actually bounce some ideas off of you to make sure that we are doing things that the community wants done. So thank you for that. We're going to close this list. Everyone can still be a member, but we're going to cut it off. We'll cut the focus group off on August 1st, and we'll conduct the focus group research together. All right. Enough of the household keeping items. We have so much to talk about. Look, if you don't believe me, some of it's being covered by my Twitter and Mac's Twitter. There's a whole bunch of things here. I've got a whole bunch of tabs, including, oh my gosh, somebody, Blue Rail Ricky mentioned Tektronic. I pulled that up. Somebody mentions Quant. Someone mentioned ISO 222. All right, so much. I'm just reacting to everything on the fly. Don't worry. I'm going to get to your question, Jason, and I'm going to get to your everything. I'm going to get to everybody. But first, all the super chats are flying in. Thank you so much. Michael Cornwell for another $1. Michael Cornwell again, thank you for another additional $1. Tim Shea says, hey, thank you for the $1.50 super sticker. Appreciate all of you guys with the donations and your generosity, which is encouraging. When you're making content every day, we do 2 streams, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Max does a lot of recorded videos as well. You guys can check them out. But look, there's so much to talk about. Believe me, this is just channel stats. All right, we'll take that down. Look, we've got to talk about Quant. We have an important question from somebody new. He was here today at the 3 o'clock. Very important. Appreciate you coming back. See that we have staying power. We have retention power. That's the things that are not showing up in the stats. When I come out here with the Dog and Pony Show and act like Ross Perot and start showing you charts and graphs and everything about our viewership, you guys are going to, well, you guys already know. It's your network. The advertisers might be a little bit impressed, but we'll see. All right, so Jason T. McNamara, can you explain what it means to be ISO 222 compliant? And what it means for the crypto market moving forward? Yes, I can, and I can do even better than that. I have something that I'm going to go over with you up on the screen. I'm going to get to that. Let me fly through the comments, and I'm going to come back. First, we have a super chat. I'm going to come back to your question. I promise you. This is your show. This is everyone's show, and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to address it for sure, together with you. Thank you again, Selmo Fudd. Crypto Talk Now is my future. I will be part owner of the first Crypto Talk network. Yes, you will. I don't know if for sure. I don't know this. Look, I know I'm talking really fast. Look, I don't know if for sure. You got to keep in mind, guys, if you didn't hear the earlier show, I've been up since 6 in the morning. I didn't go to bed last night till 6 a.m. And then I got up at 9:30. So I'm running on very little sleep. I do have a bit of a headache, but I'm plowing through this, and this is my third cup of coffee. I'm very excited to be here, is what it is. Now, I don't know if there's any, I would imagine that there's other crypto news outlets, but we will be the first, I believe. We will be the first. We're not going to be fully owned by the community, but we're going to be partially owned. Representative from a ratio standpoint based on your investment. Yes, you will have an opportunity, each and every one of you watching, to actually have a small portion of this network because it's yours. And you guys will be remembered when we have 300, 400, 500 people in here at a time, perhaps more. Crypto Talk Now is my future, and I will be a part owner of the first Crypto Talk Network. Thank you so much for the sentiment. This actually literally just gives me goosebumps hearing that. This is what I want. We want to turn this over as much as we can. You know, we have to have some guide rails, training wheels, whatever you want to call it. We have to keep you guys on the track because if we don't, it would just be total chaos. But yes, thank you. I mean, you know, we have to have some sort of an order to what we're talking about, somewhat. But remember, I'm the host, so I'm kind of all over the place. All right, Maximus, Crypto Max, co-host. I'm going to read this first because he's the co-host. Go, Larry. Keep up the good work, my friend. Also, thanks to everyone who added me as of lately. I hit a new milestone. Oh, wow. I told you he was going to go flying past me. He's almost caught me. Over 1,000 followers on Twitter. Crypto Talk Now Network fam. Thank you for that. Yes, right over here. Follow Crypto Talk Now 21 and Max DPG Maximus. And when you do those two things, the third thing you can do is message me directly on Twitter, Crypto Talk Now 21, and say the word giveaway. Automatically, you are entered to win a WAGMI NFT that I have that could be valued between 0.7 and 1 full ETH. We'll see. All right. It's free. It doesn't take much. All right. Now, the question I promise you, I know I'm jumping all over. I got to get this off the screen. I promise you, Jason, I'm going to come back. I came back. I'm going to give you the answer. Actually, we'll just do it now. All right. Where is it? All right. First of all, let me just quickly tell you which ones made the list. These are the ones that are ISO 20022 compliant, 222 compliant, however you want to say it. Stellar XLM. I'm giving you the ticker symbols too. For those of you keeping score at home, wow, I'm actually sweating. I don't know why. The air conditioner is kind of up here, but I think I'm just so excited to talk to you guys. Hedera, HBAR, HBAR, IOTA, MIOTA, XDC Network, of course, XDC, that's easy enough. Ripple, XRP, Algorand, Algo, ALGO, and Quant, the beloved Quant, which is becoming a favorite of a few people here, including Max. QUANT, and Quant is ticker symbol QNT. All right. Now, what does it mean? Why is it important? Who even cares? Well, we've got it over here somewhere. All right. Where is it? Okay. What is ISO 222 and how will it impact the crypto industry? ISO 222 coins may be treated more leniently. This is important because we're entering an era of regulation. And if you don't think that we're headed towards regulation, there's a Brooklyn bridge that I have to sell you. There's a bridge in Brooklyn that I would like to sell you. Please. Okay. ISO 222 is an international standard for exchanging electronic messages. I'm reading this because I can't say it any better. I have to be honest. And thank you so much to a well-written article. We read it. We went through it before. It's by supraoracles.com. Please give them credit. Make a note. Put it in when you're writing your paper, your essay for school. You guys are students. Make sure you definitely credit the author. Okay, so here we go. It's just good practice. All right. The main financial messaging network used by banks across the world. ISO 222 will dramatically change how banks communicate with each other. You know, it's funny. I've been exercising. That's the problem. You know what? Let me just hang on a second. I got a thermostat over here. I'm going to turn this one up and not worry about the one upstairs. All right. I think I still have a sweat going because my body is in sedentary right now, but I'm still actually in my mind working out or something. I've been working out more, actually just doing some stuff from home. All right. Sorry about that. It's getting hot in here. All right. In addition to changing the traditional banking and financial service industry, the migration from traditional SWIFT. Remember, SWIFT is the service. You guys know what SWIFT is, right? That's what the countries use to send money to each other, right? Okay. It's a message referred to as MT messaging. To ISO 222 could also dramatically impact the crypto industry. Specifically, coins that comply with the standard may be more rapidly adopted into the traditional financial system. In addition, if large cap cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum are integrated into SWIFT system and given official ISO numbers, this could radically change the way the crypto and fiat currency ecosystems coexist. All right, there it is in a nutshell. I hope that answers your question. We went over the list of coins. I'm sure that there's more that they're not listed in this article here. And thank you to Cryptopolitan for this list here. Look at this, payments infrastructure migration journey. This is a nice graphic here. We won't get into it too much because it's hard to read with the font being so small. All right, let's get back. There's 140, no, not 140, sorry. I'm being dyslexic, but I'm not dyslexic. 105 people are here now. Thank you so much. Showing gratitude towards all those that have just arrived. If you would please hit the like button, we greatly appreciate it. All right. So hopefully, Jason, that answers your question. Blue Whale Ricky, hello to all. I'm done shopping. Oh, he was shopping earlier in the mall for clothes. I'm going to have some water this time. All right. I had 3 eggs a little earlier. All right. I'm done shopping and ready to learn something new. Okay, cool. Tim Shea says, hey, of course. That's what he always says. We say that affectionately. Blue Whale Ricky, tonic is pumping. Yes, I saw your comment before the show started. And look, you are correct, sir. It is up 22.67%. I think I have a teeny tiny bag of this still. I think I got it. I think this is the one I got on crypto.com. I don't have much left on there because I moved to DeFi wallets. But yes, you are correct. I don't know the reason why. You could tell me, perhaps. Blue Whale Ricky, Tectonic, that is. I have a bag of it. Selmo Fudd, Tricky Ricky, bought him some new duds. Tricky Ricky drinking some suds. I can't say this with a straight face anymore. Tricky Ricky doesn't allow FUD. Look at that. He's got to write. You know what? He needs to make some kind of a rap intro. At least do the lyrics. It will get someone to sing it or rap it more preferably. All right. So thank you, Selmo Fudd, for your rhyming abilities. Blue Whale Ricky, Selmo, I bought 10 polo long sleeves for winter and blue jeans. You see that? Do you see the intelligence? This blows my mind. I know these people think I'm nuts. Do you see how intelligent this audience is? Why would he buy long sleeve shirts right now? Why? Because no one else is buying them and they're on sale because it's hot as hell out there. I think he's in Texas. It's hot here too. Look, I'm a little bit sweaty because I've been exercising. Look, this is the thing. It's a smart audience. All right. Blue Whale Ricky. So if you buy a membership, you are included on these guys, the chosen few. Yes, they're the first ones that are going to be part of the focus group. Anybody that's a member of this channel, everyone keeps asking me what the benefit is. The benefit is that you're supporting the channel. From a financial standpoint, it's $5 a month. And to you guys are going to have privy access to Max and I in terms of how we shape the network. And ultimately, when Johan comes back, shaping the network in terms of content, platforms, and other methods of delivery, including, but not limited to, investing in the network itself. All right. So, Maximus, we read this one. Rafael Santos. Good day, Sir Larry. Good day to you. Rafael, you're just such a great supporter, dear member of our family. Jason T. McNamara, thank you. You're welcome. Hump, not dump. Do not just hump, and do not just dump. Hump, not dump. Well, I guess you can hump, but don't dump. What is up, guys? Hello to you. Hump, not dump. What is up? All right. Crypto Puppet. Hello, Larry. It's my first time earlier to your show. Was it really? Happy to be here and learn. Thank you so much. I thought you were a regular. I did see you at the 3 o'clock. So thank you. Thank you for returning. You see that? Do you see the level of retention we have? That's 2 new people. Who is that? Who's there? Jason and also Crypto Puppet are 2 new people to our family, and they've returned. Once you guys go about 4 or 5 times in a row, you will be a regular audience member. All right. Legrand Commission, Michael Cornwell, I just messaged you on Facebook. Please take a look at it when you have a chance. Thank you. And thank you to you, Legrand Commission, and all of you working, Hump, Not Dump, and of course, Michael Cornwell, all of you guys working to get this stream out there and content on our 2 Facebook groups. We have Crypto Talk Now Official, and then just Crypto Talk Now. All right. Rafael Santos. I will forever support this great channel. You get me updated and very honest reviews. Go, Sir Max and Sir Larry. Thank you. Uncle Bam Bam with the Kubota tractor. Thank you. 100%. Max says, he's saying Salatam. I can never pronounce it properly. He's talking. He's from the Philippines. All right. Salamat, Sir Raphael. All right. Thank you. Too much. He's too much. Hi, everyone. All right. Rafael Santos. Thanks. C. Max, how are you? Tim Shea, please hit the like and subscribe. That's a good idea if you don't mind. Tim Shea says, hey, too much. Too much. Hi, Tim. Maximus Crypto, I'm good. Just dropping by for a bit. I get back to making a bunch of recorded videos. All right, cool. Hopefully things have cooled off in the Phoenix area, but I doubt it. All right. It's always hot there. It's hot here. Raphael, it's because I've been, you get the blood pumping and you start to perspire. Rafael Santos, good morning, Sir Tim Shea. See, I also exercise. That gets the brain firing a little bit better too. All right, you guys know this. Look, you guys teach me stuff. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Sweet Aunt T, she says, hey guys. Tim Shea says, hey Raphael. Sweet Auntie, Swift has competition from BRICS. Okay. The Crypto Trapper, not to be confused with the Crypto Rapper. Get ready for the Volt Inu to run this week. Volt. You need to be volted. The Crypto Trapper, Volt Inu running hard. It's going to run hard this week is what they're saying. This is from the Crypto Trapper. And we appreciate the Volt update. Rafael Santos, Shiba Inu, listed here is in a money sending app called coins.ph. Okay, coins.the Philippines. So that's good. So you can send your Shiba Inu in the Philippines via an app called coins.ph. Thank you for the information on that because I did not know that. Hump, not dump. Great weekend, guys. Save up your dollars. Oh, wow. There's patches a little bit in the camera. Save up your dollars. The chance to buy again is near. You want to know something that's beautiful about dogs? A dog will love you unconditionally. That's what's the most beautiful thing about the beautiful creature of a dog. If you treat the dog right, but not even if you I don't want to say this because I hope nobody does this, but if you don't treat your dog so well, they still will love you unconditionally. But I treat my dog very well. And I just love that about animals. All right. Maximus Crypto. I live in Phoenix. T-shirts and flip-flops year round. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I'm starting to think I need to move to a cooler climate. Maybe I need to move back up north. Jason T. McNamara. Hump, then dump. Selmo Fudd. Maximus Crypto rocks. Put down the flip-flops and get you some Crocs. Are the Crocs still in style? All right. So I like to go in and out of my house a lot. I go in mainly to go and sit on the front porch, go out and get the mail. I do some yard work. When I go in and out of the house really fast, if I want to just go grab the mail, I actually throw my Crocs on. But I don't wear my Crocs in public. But they're so nice and easy. I don't have to lace up my sneakers and then unlace my sneakers so I don't get mud in the house. I just throw on my Crocs and I leave the Crocs on the front porch. And that's the only time I wear Crocs, just around the yard. Blue Whale Ricky. Yes, Larry. Smart is correct. In the summer, you see how he thinks? You see, that's the reason why he's a whale. Smart is correct. In the summer, all winter stuff is like 90% off. And in winter, I buy my short sleeves. This is the reason why I'm saying I can tell by the way he shops. Tim Shea, burn the Crocs. Okay. Legrand Commission, hit the like button. Thank you. Mr. Lambos, Crypto Talk. Hey, Larry, 2 questions. The bull run starting anytime soon, and Aaron Judge staying with the Yankees. Wow, they got the first Yankee question. I will tell you this. I'll answer your second question first about Aaron Judge. All right. This is a very loaded question. All right. So we're going to see if Aaron Judge will hit 60 home runs, right? Or 61, this and that. All right. We'll see what he does. He wants to tie Roger Maris or whatever. All right. I know that Barry Bonds had more. What did he have? Like 73? That's going to be a thing because they might want to rest him and keep him fresh for the playoffs. Look, the Yankees have the best record. We know this. We already know this. I know you guys hate the Yankees and some people love them. There's no in between. Now, look, Aaron Judge, it would be a crime. It would be a crime to trade Aaron Judge. So many people would be upset. From a business standpoint, it would make sense if they weren't going to sign him. I don't think that they could. I don't think that the Steinbrenner family could live in New York anymore. If the Yankees were to win the World Series and they don't sign Aaron Judge at the end, all hell is going to break loose. They're going to actually try to go to George Steinbrenner's grave and dig him up and resurrect him from the dead, because they will not stand for Hal Steinbrenner and all. And Cashman's been around a long time. They have to sign him. He's holding them hostage. They have to pay him what he wants. If he wants $40 million, look, if they offer him $40 million a year and he says no, then it'll be somewhat okay. They'll be like, all right, well, Aaron Judge is the bad guy. The Yankees can't come out of this looking like the bad guy, or we'll never hear the end of it. All right, so that's the thing. Now, the other question is, will the bull run start anytime soon? I will stick with my original prediction and tell you the bull run starts February 14th, 2023, Valentine's Day. You'll fall in love with it, and it'll start, more importantly, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way, no one can copy me. All right, April Cornwell. Hey, guys, just stopping by to say hello. Thank you, Mrs. Michael April Cornwell. Too much. Larry, Max's video on Luna Classic burning tokens is huge. Yeah, the one about the 1.2% burn tax. I hear it's supposed to start in a week, so that's great. I'm appreciative that Max made that video. Our Luna Classic ones do pretty well here. Sweet Auntie, I love the beautiful 77-degree. Wow, I wish I was in North Dakota right now. Well, maybe not at this moment, but I love the beautiful 77-degree day today with a slight breeze in North Dakota. Wow, that sounds very pleasant. All right. Jason T. McNamara, I just joined both your Facebook pages. All right, thank you. Selmo Fudd, Tim Shea, no way, Crocs rock. Oh, I think I missed another super chat. All right. Thank you to Michael Cornwell for another $1 donation. We're going to keep flying through these comments, and we'll get back to the news. I have to go back. Where did we leave off? All right. So, April, Larry, see, Sweet Auntie. All right. Okay. Tim Shea, the Crocs. All right. Tim Shea's laughing. All right. Blue Whale Ricky, I wear my Crocs or Hey Dudes around house. Slip on easy. Yeah. That's the thing. They slip on easy. You don't have to tie them up. That's the only thing I like about them. I go in and out a lot of my house. Earlier, I went out and picked, I didn't wear the Crocs, but I just walked on the deck. But I picked my, I've got a small garden on the deck, and I picked some tomatoes off of that. But if the garden was in the front yard, I would put the Crocs on. The Crypto Trapper, not to be confused with, of course, the Crypto Rapper. What do you think will happen when they announce the recession? Well, we already are in a recession. I don't need the old man to come out and tell us, or anybody from the government or anybody. It's obvious we are in a recession. Oh, he just said it. Okay, he agrees with me. What will happen to the crypto market? Oh, boy, I don't know. I'm still waiting to see what happens on the 26th and 27th when the Fed raises interest rates, and on the 28th when they come out with some GDP estimates. I don't really know, though, what's going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I want to see how it responds. Michael Cornwell, Larry needs to purchase some steel toe Croc boots. Do they really have them? Donate today. All right. AM, what do you think of Luna T? Oh, the Luna Tix token launched yesterday, 100% up. Oh, did it really? You get daily Luna Classic rewards. Burn Luna. Well, I know that Max did a review, a couple videos on them. They did not, pay us. We didn't ask them to pay us. What we could do is do this. I'll tell you what I think about it. I'll talk about it and review it myself and really dig deep into it and probably even invest in it. If you do one thing, go back to the devs and have them contact me at Crypto Talk Now 21. I'll talk to the devs to see if we can get them to come on here. We'll go from there. And then I'll look deeply into it and perhaps invest. Boomer effing Sooner. Howdy, everyone. Sir Larry, thank you. Boomer effing Sooner. Crypto crackhead. He's addicted to crypto. I expect to sell off tomorrow. Now pay attention because he's a trader. I expect a sell-off tomorrow afternoon. Then a slight run-up to Powell speaking. The old man coming out of the cave. Then probably way, way down. We are so far away from the bull market, I can't even see the light. You see? But yet people are giving me crap on Twitter saying that the bull run has started already. Boomer effing Sooner. Am I lagging here, guys? It looks like I'm lagging. My wife is from North Dakota. Okay, cool. Tim Shea. Boomer. Sweet auntie. Oh, yeah. She still have her accent. All right. Boomer effing Sooner. Hey, Tim Shea. And Tim Shea saying hello to Boomer. And so is Michael Cornwell. Boomer effing Sooner. Yeah. She hasn't lived there since 1988. Went up in 2010, and I picked up the accent as soon as we crossed this into state. That's funny. All right. Boomer effing Sooner. What's happened? What's happening, Mike C? All right. Oh, look at that. That's Believes. What's good, Larry? Hey, how are you doing, Believes? I hope that you're doing well. And it's nice to see you in the chat. And remember one thing, that Believes is already right. Automatically. He's always right, number one. And number two, don't get mad at him because it's just a slogan. And number three, he's really good at math. All right. Boomer effing Sooner. She's from Grand Forks at Sweet Aunt T. Oh, he's chart. Oh, that's right. He's good at technical analysis too. That's the fourth thing. Believes is watching the charts. Let me ask you this, Believes. I got to be fair because I have to be honest. I used to watch a lot of your content. I just haven't been watching much. And I apologize that I do like to watch you. Can you tell me your thoughts as to when you think the bull run's starting? Or let me ask you this question. That's a tough one. What do you think the old man coming out of the cave, I call him that affectionately, he's not coming on here. Powell comes out and he raises interest rates by whatever, 75, 100, 50, who knows? Pick a number. How is the crypto market going to respond? Is it going to be, doom and gloom crash? It's going to be okay. Yeah, no big deal. What do you think? I'm just curious of your opinion. Crypto crackhead. If people know how to read a chart, they would know there is no bull market in sight. Well, thank you, because I don't even read charts. But that is actually making me feel better. If there's people in here reading charts, I know you're reading charts. And you're agreeing with me because of the market sentiment and all the crap that's going on in the world, the war, inflation. You guys all know. I don't want to sound like a broken record. We know all the garbage that's been going on from a macro standpoint. It's, in the U.S., there's an energy crisis in Europe. There's so much stuff. That's what I look at. I know you guys love your charts, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. I actually admire that. It's not my area of expertise. All right. Legrand Commission. Guys, remember you can make a lot of money trading crypto during the bear market. No financial advice. That's true. Geez, I'm still sweating here. Boomer effing Sooner. Hit the like button, folks. Thank you. Cody Core. Believes is in the house. Yes, I know that Cody Core is a big fan of Believes. I haven't seen you in a while, Cody. Glad to see you back. Legrand Commission. Just buy when down, sell when up. The daily. Okay. Just buy when down and sell when it up. All right. Believes 75 basis points is baked in and a minor dip. Okay. So the market's already factored in. That's what he's saying. All right. Send me a link. Are you wanting to come on? All right. Let me just send him a link. Boomer effing Sooner. I don't think there will be a huge dip next week. Okay. Blue Whale Ricky, no lag, but freezing up here and there. I have no clue. There's nobody else in this house. It's weird. Just Patches. And his camera's not even on. He's just taking a nap here. Blue Whale Ricky, no lag, but freezing up here and there. Ah, geez. All right. So, all right, let me figure out how to invite Bleaves here. You know what, Bleaves? I'll send you a message on Twitter with a link, and you can come on here and talk to the audience. I got to go over on Twitter here. Just bear with me, everybody here. All right. So, and I got to figure out how to find. Oh, I can find Bleaves. I think we both follow each other. All right, Bleaves Crypto. He's got a he's got a Volt NFT. All right, so how do I send him? All right, I can send him a message here. Put it on there. Paste. All right. How do I get that to go away? All right, there it is. And by the way, guys, you can follow Bleaves. Here he is, Bleaves Crypto at Bleaves Crypto. There it is right there. Bleaves Crypto has it's 2 words. It's doing very well. He has over 5,000 followers. And of course, he's also on YouTube. So there you go. So I sent him a link. We'll go from there. All right. So Boomer effing Sooner Patches is looking at doggy porn. I don't know about that. Patches is innocent and pure. He's a dog. All right. So I think if you guys hit the like button, we'll bring Bleaves on. All right. Let me just blow up the screen here. And you know what? We'll bring. All right. Bleaves is ready to come on. I'm going to put him on right now. Hey, how's it going, Bleaves?
What's going on, Larry?
Good to see you.
You too, man. There's a whole lot going on the next couple days. And the guy with the Luna flag, I don't even have a mic over here by me.
All right. That's all right.
Who was it with the Crypto Crackhead? Crypto Crackhead is probably as close as you're going to get to right now on what's going on. Let me give you this. You can share. It's gonna look like a mess to most people, but I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, that would be great. If you could share your screen, that'd be wonderful. I know you're a technical analysis guy, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, so we're just looking at ETH right now.
All right, cool.
All right, so right now ETH has broken into like a new pattern because it broke out now. And I'm going to go back and forth here real quick. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been following a consistent pattern. This is a what you would call a bear pennant. Okay. This move downward followed by this pennant sort of position where it's just bouncing up and down in this channel means that it's what you would call a bear pennant. So it's destined, Bitcoin is, to fall down further. And I'm saying it's going to hit 16,000, even though a lot of people are saying it's going to hit 12,000. Yeah. Now over here on Ethereum has broken out of its ties to Bitcoin. Let me remove the support for a second here. And it's been in this channel for a long period of time. And normally it would just bang around, do the same thing. But what happened is we got right here at this spot, we got this thing. It was called the Shadow Fork 9. Shadow Fork 9 was that was the stealth upgrade that was getting everything ready for Ethereum to make the move over to proof of stake. That happened. That got everybody excited. And then you'll see there's a divergence here where Bitcoin was still moving kind of sideways, but Ethereum took off and ran upwards. So now it's out of this thing and it's creating its own new pattern. And this pattern seems to be forming right now. It's doing the same thing. It's just creating another like pennant pattern on this upside right here. And it's trying to chase this line really, or at least I'm hoping that it is, because that puts it right about right here, 1835 in a couple of days before the sell-off period. So what Crypto Crackhead was saying is probably right. What we're going to see is there's it looks like maybe this little fractal right here is playing out again. And if it is, I'll show you. If this fractal is playing out, then where dog.
I hear your dog back there.
My dog is just out of his goddamn mind.
My dog is taking a nap.
So if we take into consideration that this little area right around here is kind of how it's playing out right now, and we move that in here and it fits pretty perfect, then we end up playing out to where he said tomorrow afternoon. We get to tomorrow afternoon, we should be around 1665. And that's where we start to retrace. This is if everything plays out the way it has been playing out normally. So we go to 1660, 1665. Then we're going to have a little bit of a downside movement. Most probably, we're just guessing here, but a downside movement, but we're trending. You can see here, we kind of stay near this top mostly. So we'll trend here, and then we'll probably move back up, and then we'll take one last shot at getting at this 1800. Now, originally, a lot of people were talking about ending up at 22 to 2600, which was way up here. I don't even think that's possible at this point, because the day that we fall off the cliff is right here on the 28th. Now, along with that, people are going to be getting out on the 27th, 26th. So it's going to be very tough to make that kind of run to get up there. It's possible, but it's not likely. But there's two things at play right now. If you check the Atlanta Fed at this point is telling you that we're going to come in at negative 1.6 on the GDP. That means that we will officially be in a recession. Being in a recession is going to price some people out of this market in the short term, not in the long term, but in that short term, people are going to start selling, and it's going to start dropping pretty significant as soon as that starts to happen, because that's going to be that scary moment that everybody's thinking about. However, what could also happen is Goldman Sachs is now saying that they believe that this is going to come out as 0.7 to the upside when the GDP comes out. Now, if that is the case, and we should be rallying at some point somewhere around 1600, if that's the case, then this market is going to get sent in the short term. We're going to see a 31 to 33,000 Bitcoin. We'll see ETH probably pushing to 2,000, hovering around there for a short period of time. Won't mean we're in a bull run. We're not in a bull run, but it'll mean we'll have some relief and we'll have a little bit of pump going on if that's the case. Otherwise, we're going to fall. We're going to correct to this downside, and I'm predicting that we're going to be right in this spot right here, because I think we're going to get that negative number. We'll end up down here, and then we'll just start rebuilding from here. We'll start moving sideways and upwards, and that's probably the way it's going to break out. So if you're in, then get out by. I cut off right here. You'll see here. I cut mine off at 8 o'clock on the 25th, because I decided that's the moment that I'm going to get out, because people are going to start getting out on 26 and 27, and it's going to get real volatile. And I'm in on a play for Ethereum right now, and I don't want to stay in too much longer on it. So I'm going to get myself out of play, and I'm just going to be sidelined for that period of time.
So believes, if I'm understanding correctly, you're thinking on the 28th with GDP numbers coming out, those numbers are not going to look so good. And that's what's going to be the catalyst for it to drop from there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. There's that 75 basis points that's at play, but that's really baked into what we're doing right now. We got 75 basis points, and we barely flinched last time.
Yeah.
That's not something that's scaring the market. If we went 100, it might shake them for a few days, but it's not going to be enough. It would have to be both of these things being, we need 100 basis points, and you need that GDP to put us in a recession in order to get that super low number. You have to scare a lot of people out of crypto. And you got guys like Michael Saylor, you got guys like Mark Cuban. You've got some very big diamond-handed holders that are not going to fold under the pressure. Michael Saylor, he's not moved by his board. You know, like this is MicroStrategy. This is their long-term thing. So you got a lot of people who are going to show a lot of faith, and they're going to hold.
So it sounds like to me this is going to be a big opportunity for a lot of people if they can, muster up some cash on the side to then buy in when this thing all crashes, like you're forecasting.
Yeah, I don't think it was the opportunity that we thought we were going to get, but it is going to be a great opportunity to buy in.
Okay. So, all right. So that's Ethereum. Now, refresh my memory, because I know, and this is great. I'm glad you came on and talked about this, because this is not my area, technical analysis. Let me ask you this question. So, okay, so Ethereum's doing that because GDP might not be so great. What did you say that the Bitcoin level would be at again, roughly, if this happens?
So Bitcoin Bitcoin's following a lower pattern. Bitcoin's following a way more predictable pattern right now. And, you know, just for the purpose of the discussion, there's two things that are playing out. There's this bear pennant, which means that, you know, on the 28th, we're primed right now for Bitcoin to fall, and we're going to have some downside action. I'm thinking that it's going to drop to 16. A lot of people are calling it 12,000. I think 16,000 is as far down as we go. I'm really more inclined to believe it's closer to 17. I think I'm starting to hear a lot of real analysts, you know, not the internet analysts, but the real analysts are starting to say that this here, 17,567, that was the low, that's the lowest that it's going to go. But I think it's going to hit 16. Now, that does mean that there's going to be some more action along the way. But the action I think that plays out on Bitcoin right now is probably a move back here to, you know, we're going to test 23.5 again. I don't know that it's going to have it to get to 24.5. Like, that seems to be the big number, but it's not playing out to the upside right here. This line right here, this is kind of a support line, and it continues to hit this and bounces back down, or it goes over and it's bounced off of this thing a couple of times. When you zoom in, you can start to see here that you hit this line and you bounce back up. You hit this line, you bounce back up, but it's getting weaker as we go. So now we're just a little bit under it. Hopefully we can bounce back up and maybe test this 22 and then start to break out. But if we don't, then we're going to hit most probably right here. And then we're going to make our way back down even further and test down here as we head back down this way and get to the bottom of this line.
All right. So a couple things I'm hearing is that you're thinking that we're going to be in for a sharp correction, and that maybe it's not going to be a doom and gloom nightmare scenario like a big crash and everything. And then when it pumps up again, on the other hand, you're saying this is more like a relief rally in a bear market, like a bear market run. It's not the start of the bull run. The bull run's not going to start afterwards, from what you're seeing.
So I two things. I don't think the bull runs are going to be the same as we saw them before. I think we're going to have a massive, we'll have a massive run at some point, but we'll start to get positive sentiment as the market starts to kind of fix itself. Everything wants to fix itself at this point. You can see it around the world, and everybody's looking for such signs of recovery that we're going to see positive action play out in all of the markets. Look at the earnings report. The earnings report have not been great for a lot of these different stocks, but they're being shrugged off because the Dow Jones at 31,899, which is way down, but considering it was 29,000 a couple of days ago, we're in that relief period where we've already reached the point, not quite despair in the stock market, but we're getting real close to that moment of despair in the stock market. When you break it out in days, we haven't been down this low since way back here, and we're probably not going back here. We're not going to go much further. The worst that we're going to hit is 29.5. You can see that that's the top over here. So that's what we hit right here, and then we bounced immediately back up. There's too much support and there's too much money, and the dollar's too strong. If you look at the DXY right now, the dollar is so strong in the world economies now that it's making other countries' money weak.
Yep.
Giving them incentive. It's giving these guys incentive to invest in the dollar, and it's giving them incentive to invest in cryptocurrency.
Yep. All right. So the Wall Street, the guys here, the big guys, the hedge fund guys, and all these guys are smart guys. They've already factored in this interest rate increase and the GDP numbers. You think it's not that bad. It's already planned in from what you're seeing with the Dow chart here. Okay. All right. And you're looking at the US dollar right now. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, can you stay for a little while and read some of these questions with me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. Let me do that. Let me try to find my spot. All right. Where are we? Let's see. Boomer. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Legrand Commission. Guys, remember, you can make a lot of money trading crypto during the bear market. No financial advice. That's true. Boomer effing sooner. Hit the like button, folks. Thanks. Cody Core believes in the house. Legrand Commission. Just buy and sell when it goes up daily. All right. Believes. All right. We went through this. I don't think he's saying Boomer effing sooner. I don't think there will be a huge dip next week.
Yep.
Blue Well Ricky. All right, no lag. Yeah, Patches is sleeping. All right, here's somebody new. AAA Sega Lunatics. Thanks for being here. I had the rock upside down. Cody Core. I come in sometimes just to listen and don't comment because he's busy. All right. Max. Yes, that is exactly what Patches is doing. Hence the fake couch back here, the casting couch. Blue Whale Ricky. I follow him because he's always right. You see, he is always right. Do you remember? One time I was watching you, and I don't remember it was a comment or somebody was like, "Oh, all he did." You say you're always right, but you're like, well, it's a slogan, but he is almost always right anyway. But it's funny how people would get mad at something like that.
It's because I do it. It's because I'm such an asshole about it.
Yeah.
I go into my comments on YouTube, and when people say, you're not always right, they'll be like, yes, I am. And then I'll just banter with people back and forth over it, and I mean, most people are going to know full well that, that's a show. I'm trying to be as right as I can because I want anybody who listens to me, I want them to make money. I want them, look, if you follow anything that I say as advice, I want your life to be changed for the better, not for the worse. So when I say something, that I'm hoping that it's the right thing to say at that moment. And if you act on it or if you do anything with it, then you're going to be profitable long term and your life will be changed for the better. So that's where I'm coming from all the time.
Yeah, I could always tell that you've cared about your community. You always tell people take profits, and you're looking out for your people. All right. The Lunatics are here. All right. Did you hear about that project? I didn't get into it. There was a pre-sale. There's a Lunatics token on BNB.
I'm not interested in any of that.
Yeah,
there's no guarantee. First of all, there's no guarantees that they're even going to do what they say they're going to do. Not that they're not going to, but I don't have any guarantees, and I don't need them to do anything. They're not helping me because they're not really helping Luna. They're helping the wormhole. That's entirely in that wormhole over there. And that I don't know if they didn't think this through, or I don't know if I can't imagine. First of all, I can move 1 trillion pulse from the live over into the wormhole, and I can wreck that price at any moment. So anything that they do over there isn't really going to fix what's going on right now. What's going to fix what's going on right now is August 12th, when we reach 8,891,000 block height, and 3568 is able to be implemented, and then 4095. 3568 is the 1.2% burn. 4095 is the implementation of the validation system and the staking system again. Then after that comes 4080, which can be implemented. I think that was on the 22nd, and that will allow for 50% of all fees to be kept, and 35% of them burned every month in a mass burning, and then 10% of that goes to validators and stakers, and then 5% goes to development of additional dApps. That's creating incentive for people to come in and start working on this blockchain, because this blockchain right now is just a shitcoin. But it's not anything other than a speculative shitcoin with no purpose and no use. So we got to get to the use case.
So do you think that it has an outside chance of hitting half a penny by the end of the year, Terra Classic, or is that too ambitious?
Oh, there's no chance. There's well, you know what? That's actually probably possible, because the number to get there is a lot easier. Look, first of all, if it starts to have some success, it has a 700 million market cap, hovers between 650 and 750 most of the time. That could double or triple real easily. So the price action on that could triple. The question is, how much could you burn over that period of time? And most people are not gonna like it, but at 100 to 150 million in transactions per day, 1.2% is not that much. Like, you're gonna rapidly find out that that's not a whole lot. You need that additional burn, and you need more burn mechanisms starting to pump into the market in order to get. And they're already working on it, by the way. There's a new tomorrow, I think, or Monday, there's going to be a new burn mechanism that they're going to implement to try to get the validators to pass through, which is going to burn even more significant amounts.
Yeah, that's what we need is a lot of burning for sure. Legrand Commission. Hi, Max. Did they fix your? That's not Max. That's Bleaves. Boomer F and Sooner says hello to Bleaves. 24 likes. What the hell's going on? I don't know. Crypto Crackhead. 2.5 bear pennants in a row is what I'm
Yes,
saying.
that's exactly what he's seeing. He's seeing it exactly right. And that means that we're going down further. That should mean that we're going down further. 87% of the time you see a bear pennant, it breaks to the downside. So if we break to the upside, it's going to be a rarity.
Crypto Crackhead, the 0.5 was the start of April. Selmo Fudd, what are you talking about, Bleaves? He's saying hello. Crypto Crackhead, I'm thinking Wednesday is going to be D-Day. Time to short. Do you do any of that, Bleaves? Do you short and stuff like that, or you don't mess around with shorting? No, I don't either.
No. I mean, I have the mechanism for it. I even have a bot trader. I don't use them. I'm not doing any of it right now. The only thing that I'm doing is Ethereum. That's my single trade right now. Everything else I'm just long-term hodling, but I'm into like the BTFA, Banana Task Force, and Bandex, their DAO token. I'm into Volt, I'm into Goat, Phantom, just a bunch of meme coins I have over there. And then I have like private stuff where I've got a whole bunch of the other Phantom,
Phantom with an F.
I'm big into Phantom Project. And then I've got, I've got Chronos stocked away. I've got Matic stocked away. I've got Solana stocked away. I've got a whole bunch of different ones that will do like 3, 5, 10x maybe. And then I've just got those pie in the sky big ones.
What's your thoughts on XRP or any of the other ISO coins? Do you like XRP or?
XRP is going to change the way we do business. So there's nothing not to love about XRP. The only question right now is, even if they embarrass the SEC, they could still be ruled against. The judge could still rule that they are a security just based on the Howey test. That's what they could say that it is, and that would be the end of it. Like there's once you get past that, there's no more discussion. They're a security. Now the issue really is, I don't think that this can be held against them because they're suing. It's inappropriate what they're doing. They're going after XRP for something that Ripple did previously as Ripple when it was a Ripple token. So they're just following them down to this new token because Goldman Gary is out for fiat currency. That's his goal, to protect fiat currency and to keep that, what do they call it, the new world order, to keep that to prevent anything other than the Illuminati or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's a witch hunt.
You want that old money needs to stay on top, and that's what they're doing. It's everything they can to make sure that old money system is maintained at the top of the food chain.
They just came out, the SEC, I don't know if you saw the article, where they named 9 other cryptos as they're trying to say they're, AMP was one of them. AMP was one of the ones I like. So, but yeah, it's always a witch hunt. All right, so let's read. Thank you to Michael Cornwell for the $2. 1.2 stops at 10 billion. But what about other burns? Well, I think Bleaves was just talking about the other burns. Salamander in Space. Thank you for the $5. What do you think of XDC? He just talked about XRP. Have you looked into
wait a minute. Let me go back to that question that he asked before. 1.2 stops at 10 billion, but what about the other burns? So here's the deal. Once you're at 10 billion tokens, and once you have the 10 billion tokens, then you're made whole. And at a 700 million market cap, that means that your token is worth 7 cents. So what he's saying is, what about lowering that? Well, the issue with lowering that is that there's still the 1299 proposition, which is to reconnect the IBC. That's the bridge connection that connects USTC, which it's now called, which is the old Terra, to Luna Classic, LUNC. That's still yet to be implemented, but is being planned on being implemented. Once that takes over, then we'll be back to square one, because see, Luna started at 10 billion tokens and UST started pegged to $1, and it ended up at 338 million tokens. just based on the algorithm that moves those back and forth together. So when they attempt to re-enable this with slight changes to it so that it can't be, it's going to stop the death spiral. The death spiral can't happen. There's going to be a hard cap on the number of tokens that can be minted in order to keep it. And it's going to be a long process to get the UST repegged. So, there's things happening in the background. 10 billion tokens is the perfect amount at that point. And that also belies the fact that, like Larry, let's say you have however many tokens you have, right? If you have a $760 million market cap, then it's 7.6 cents. But if you have a $10 billion market cap, then at $10 billion, then that means that your token's worth $1. So then when you get the IBC working back and forth and you get UST pegging and you start to peg this thing at the dollar and it starts to burn back and forth in order to keep it stabilized, then eventually you lose the Luna because the UST is the heavier yield, if that makes sense. So you burn more tokens over time, and then it becomes $2, and then it becomes $3, and then it grows from there. That's how it ends up happening.
So they're trying to repeg it then. They're trying to repeg
the whole thing. They're redoing the whole thing. Okay. First thing is Luna Classic. Get Luna Classic, get the blockchain up, get it going. Then you make that IBC connection, and then you start going into you get into that situation where now you got the algorithm working back and forth. You just have to stop that algorithm, figure out what the problems were, which the creator of the algorithm is actually working on a solution as we speak, and they believe that they can figure it out. So we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Salamander Space, once again, thanks for the $5. So Believes talked about XRP. Have you looked into XDC?
No.
The ISO? Okay. That's just another ISO, but he hasn't. Oh, okay. So you can look into that another time. All right. So going back here, let's see. Where were I'm trying to find the comments here. Scrolling up here. There was a good one here. All right. Let's see. Hump not dump. Okay. All right. Hump not dump. I walked away. Make it back, and we have technical analysis. Yeah, hump not dump is always asking for technical analysis. Now we have it. See, you asked and we shall deliver. Just not me doing it. All right. Hump not dump. Believes is doing it. That's how I've been seeing it. That's why I said don't buy nothing this weekend and don't sell nothing. Just chill. Hump not dump. Larry, thank you for the guest on the show. Yeah, it's Believes Crypto. You guys know him. You can follow him on Twitter right over here. Well, you got your screen on there, but in case you want to share something else. But you follow him on Twitter. Yeah. It's Believes Crypto. You guys know who he is. And follow him on YouTube. Blue Whale Ricky, I'm holding and buying more on the dip. All right. Hump not dump. Yes. I've been calling it 17.5. Glad I bought at 19. Blue Whale Ricky, how long do we stay low? And how long before we go back up? I think he outlined all that. All right. Iron Lux Trader is here. Edward Vincent, does that 80% prediction stand in alignment with this? I think he just said he saw bottoms around there, but was it 320? Not sure what that is. All right. Cody Core, we need to volt. We got to volt. We have to get volted. Believes is volted. All right. Iron Lux Trader, he's got a wrench. Hump not dump. Buy the whole bear market. Even if Bitcoin hits 20, buy, dollar cost average. AAA Sega Lunatics, core team member on the new Lunatics token. Love to tell you about the project sometime. All right, well, you can message Believes if you want to tell him, and you can message me, Crypto Talk Now 21. We're both on Twitter. Enjoyable lifestyle. Shout out to Believes. Volt. There's a lot of, everybody, some people pick on Volt, and I say I'm happy about it because somebody's passionate about something. I don't understand why. Did you notice there's a little bit of hatred around it, from some people not invested in it?
Yeah, it's I call it Saitama syndrome, but it's just because that was the most recent example of it at its worst. Mm-hmm. But really what it is there's a chart, by the way, that you can go look at, which is it's an incredibly interesting chart. And it's called the top metaverse coins by market capitalization. Let me share it with you. You can see.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's incredible to actually see something like this, and you have like the numbers in front of you now. So this tells you what market share each metaverse token has.
Mm-hmm.
And then over here, you have top cryptocurrencies by marketization. And there's even one in here for meme coins. So if you go into meme coins over here.
Over a CoinGecko, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So here you have the meme coin market capitalization today is 16.6 billion. And you look here, 9 billion is Doge.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6.8 billion is Shiba Inu. So $14.8 billion of this market is in those two tokens. Now you see the number 3 token at 205 is Baby Doge. Then we have Doge on Mars at 200 million. Then you have Floki at 90 million. So as you go down this line, you don't see Saitama in here because Saitama has moved on to a different level and a different tier. But when you start to break these down, here's the thing. We're all fighting over about $1 billion. So the jealousy becomes we're all fighting for the same consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So in here in this chat, we have Michael Cornwell in here. We have Boomer F and Sooner. We have Pulse Chain and Humped Not Dumped. We want all of these guys into our product, whatever that product is. But they're going to make their own choices about which products to get into. And they don't have enough money to go into every single one of them.
Right.
So now we have to flash them and show our asses as a coin or a token as it is to get their eyes. And if we do that, some of that money comes from projects that didn't succeed or that are on a dip right now because they decided to move on. So, when Saitama had people moving on, Lily in Finance was going to launch inside a mask, didn't launch inside a mask, it launched on Uniswap. And then they went from, I love this is the greatest thing ever, to I hope they all die in 24 hours. And then the same thing happened with Terra, because that's what happens. When somebody moves on, you don't thank them. You don't get happy for them. You get salty and you get mad because there's no money to replace them in this market. You have to take from somebody
else
to make your token go. And the only people that are doing that really are whales and new investors who just don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this mix of it's a volatile sort of. This is the most toxic place that you can come to if you're trying to make money, if you're in meme coins or something like that.
Yeah.
But because it's just limited amount of money.
It's funny. I was teasing the audience the other day about making a Saitama I didn't take profits in time support group. So I'd be like, go for it. Hey, I'm Larry, guys. I did not take profits before the Vegas event. It's like, because I had 100. I know you talked a lot about Saitama. I did 105 videos. And I really believe when Russ said, hey, you know what? Top 5 exchange, Sata Mask coming out, it was November 13th. All right, big thing. I'm hanging on. But if retrospect or hindsight, I would have sold like 90% of what I had back before the Vegas event or during it, but I wasn't privy to the information. So
you were a neophyte at the time.
Yeah.
You didn't know how these cycles work. You didn't know. You probably even heard.
I suffered from Shiba Inu and Dogecoin syndrome. I was believing that Saitama was going to be another one of those. That's what I kept thinking.
But what you had felt though was that hype, but you didn't realize buy the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Sell the news,
was
right?
True. You didn't realize that actually plays out. You thought that Saitama was just going to run right through that,
right? Because I believed in what he was saying. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what happens. By the way, I've made 2 videos on Saitama in the last week after saying I wouldn't make any more.
Oh, did you?
The first one telling them, look, I told you I wasn't going to make any more videos, but nobody's making positive videos about you guys right now. So I wanted to say this: look, you're going to do 20 or 30x. When the market corrects. So if you're down, you're going to get fixed a little bit. Just have some patience and hopefully they'll do a good job. And then my second one was today that I let go that, listen, it's in about a week, Cytopro comes out. When Cytopro comes out, if they do a good job, things will rapidly start to turn around and your $150 million Saitama will suddenly become something big again, because there's too many investors involved. There's just too many people that want this thing to succeed for it not to. So if they do a good job, at least going forward, then they're great at hype.
That's the best thing there are. Yeah.
It stands to reason that they're going to make something happen.
But here's the question: is Cyda Pro really going to come out? They're saying it's going to come out, but is it going to come out? That's the thing.
So follow me on this real quick,
Right.
Pat. I'll make it very quick because I talk a lot.
Yeah.
The problem going back to the beginning was Max Hernandez. Max Hernandez did not know how to make Cyda mask. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you operate under that premise, everything else falls into place. Russ has been taking the heat for Max's lack of ability to program Cyda mask since day one. He's been positive to Max. He's had Max's back since the beginning, and he's done everything to hype him up, even though Max let everybody down by not being able to do it. Russ stood behind him 100%. That's got to count for something somewhere, right? So if you operate under that assumption, then Russ is a great hype man, and he stands behind his people, and he's faithful and loyal. So at some point, something like that pays off. Like that person, when they do something good, which what they did is they said, look, Max, you can't do this shit anymore. Okay. Like we need somebody else doing this. You obviously can't do it. And look, you're on the team here. It's cool, but dude, you can't be this person anymore. You're killing us. They finally did that, and they got a dev team in India to put together an app. And look, putting together an app is not that complicated. As long as you have engineers and developers and coders to put this thing together, then you can make an app. And that's what they did. They put the money up. They put their money where their mouth is, and they're now doing Cyda Pro. And like I was joking because they was calling it Cyda Mask Pro and shit like that. I even had a video where I said, let's call it Cyda Pro. This is stupid. And then the next day, people were like, I like that idea. And then they had a vote on it. So then I started messing with them. Like, see, I created Cyda Pro.
There you go. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, you know, the thing okay. So all right. So the problem was a technical one. They didn't have the right guys in place to develop the app properly. Back then, Cyda Mask was what it was. But look, it's what a wasted opportunity. I mean, there's nobody better at hype and marketing, whatever you want to call it, PR. Right. They did the best. I mean, Saitama was like, unbelievable. You make a video about Saitama, it gets 5,000 views. It's like everybody wants to talk about it. Then it just died because they couldn't deliver a product. I mean, plain and simple. I can't say it any easier than that. They can't deliver the product, and that's what killed it. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, remember, I'm just saying that though. I'm just putting those pieces out there. Remember, I also think that dev team is a bunch of goombas who are just trying to muscle and strong arm people, and I don't think that I'm not sure that they're genuinely capable of being the type of leaders that we really think that they are, but they're in the position and we can't do anything about it. So we have to wish them well. But I mean, at every given opportunity, they've attacked people. They've cheated people. They've done bad things. So when I say all this stuff and I say all this positive, the market's going to move it. But look, I don't need Mr. Super Nice Barack Obama in office. Sometimes I need super asshole businessman Donald Trump in office. Yeah. You know what I mean? To get something done. Yeah. So I don't need them to be nice. I just need them to get the job done. And I think that they realized that too. They were too nice. Now they're trying to get the job done.
So you think that Russ's loyalty to Max Hernandez, the tech guy, that was the downfall, is that he was just too loyal. He said, know what? We're going to just ride and die with Max. We're going to figure it out. Instead of just saying, all right, you're fired, we're going to get somebody else. He was just being too loyal to him, and that's what shot them in the foot.
Well, I think that I wouldn't say ride or die. I think he really believed it. I think the issue was he really believed it. I don't think it was like, we're going to flip a coin and see whether or not this happens. I think he just genuinely believed that Max was capable of doing it. You know what I mean? I don't think that it should be. I don't think we should vilify him. Look, there's a lot of people that vilify him for a lot of different crazy reasons. And he deserves a lot of it. But again, at the end of the day, he's still in charge. He's still the leader. He stood by his man until the end, and he's going to stand by his people no matter what. So, you got to at least admire that.
Yeah, well, he did a great job, hyping it up, and I wish it well. I mean, I sold off a lot. I don't have very much anymore, but we want everyone to do well because a lot of people do. All right, Hump Not Dump. Bring this guy back, Larry. What's his name? You don't even know who he is. It's Bleaves. You guys should know him. Bleaves Crypto. He's more popular than I am. Pulse Chain Hex Crypto P Hex E Hex blockchain nodes. Pulse Dogecoin doesn't know what a bear market is. All right. Tim Shea. I think Tim is into Volt too. His name is Believes, and he's always right. That's correct. Legrand Commission. I just hope ETH goes to 600, 700 to grab more.
Ooh, don't tease.
AAA, Sega, Lunatics. No, we are burning Terra Luna Classic. All right, that's that new token.
Yeah,
all right.
I know that.
DD. All right. Too much. I understand that most tokens and coins follow Bitcoin. However, do you believe, like Shiba last year, that Volt or Terrarium, that's another one that I'm in, or any other coin will take off no matter what? Is it going to just deviate and go no matter what?
Yeah, Volt, yes. Terrarium could, but it's not going to. Well, let me take that back. There might be something that's working right now where Terrarium takes off pretty heavy. And yes, everything is tied to Bitcoin, but it's not 100% to Bitcoin. Things vary. We just went over how Ethereum is now deviated from Bitcoin. Very hard, very hard right now. So it's entirely possible. And Cult deviated from the entire everything when it ran up to 300 million. Volt deviated from everything when it ran up to 300 million. Like, you deviate sometimes, but here's the difference is this: when you pump doesn't really matter. It's where you land that matters, and where you land is right back in that channel with all of the other tokens. That's the way it always is.
I think, the key to the small caps is, getting in early, like, and then also they can have a mind of their own. I mean, they have their own catalyst. They don't, Volt doesn't care what Bitcoin does. It just doesn't. It acts independently a lot of times. If the whole market is crashing and burning, that might be a different story. Hump, not dump. Okay, just subscribe to Believes. Welcome to Crypto Talk family. Believes. Yeah, Believes Crypto.
Appreciate you, man.
Jeff Pruden, what's up, family? AAA, Sega Lunatics, not burning wormhole. Okay. Crypto Burger, SHIB is opening the doors to us. The rest of us are 99%. Okay, the not the 1%ers. All right, who always have to settle for the crumbs the 1% throws at us. Thus, we are now socio-economic movement unstoppable. All right.
No, we're not.
That's what he's saying there. All right.
No, we're not. We're fighting over the crumbs, and that's what I just said. We're fighting over the crumbs, and just because SHIB has a bigger crumb right now doesn't mean that everybody else isn't fighting over the same crumbs that they've always been fighting for. We created a new market, and then everybody created a dog, and then everybody created a cat, and then everybody created a bird, and then everybody created a cartoon character from Saitama, the One Punch Man, all the way down to Hulk Inu and Strange Inu and all these different Inus and stuff like that. Like, listen, we're creating the wheel. We're just renaming dogs every single time. What was that? The African Scottish, the Afghan social shaghound or something like that, and it was ASS. And then I mean, look, we're all fighting for scraps. Don't kid yourself. The altcoin market is a little bit different, and right now Doge and SHIB are in that altcoin market by virtue of some good pumps and some good timing, but we're fighting for crumbs.
I think that one of the things to keep in mind is the only positive thing I can think about regulation is that it'll bring, like you talked about, the old money, the stuff from the equity markets, the stock exchanges around the world. That'll bring in money, make people feel a little more comfortable when regulation comes in. That's the only positive I can think of, is that we're right. Volt is fighting with this one, fighting with that one over the market share because there's a limited amount of money to go around to invest in. Right. So that's the whole thing. All right. I agree with that. Max, Crypto, hi, LeBron. Yes, it's fine for now. Hi, Believes. Thank you for keeping my seat warm, and thank you for your technical analysis. Right on, brother. Boomer effing Sooner. Which happens first? Shiba to a penny or Luna Classic to $1? Okay, those are far-reaching things. Jeff Pruden, I think Luna Classic will hit a penny first. You might be right. AAA Lunatics, Believes, check out the Lunatics and do the research. All right. They're fighting for their token. All right. Rafael Santos, hit the like button, please. Max, Believes is right about the new validators. I covered it in a recent recorded video for Luna Classic. The Crypto Trapper, Volt change is coming soon. Now, what's that? Is that an exchange?
It's a
Swap set?
decentralized
Oh.
exchange that
Oh,
Volt
okay.
is going to be launching in the
All right.
next little while. There's a lot of things. Look, there's a lot going on in Volt that we can't even get into that I'm not allowed to talk about yet.
Yeah.
So
when Pablo Crow came here, I was genuinely, there's a moth in here. I was genuinely surprised because when he said, don't look, Larry, don't worry about the website. Look at our link tree. And it's get scrolling. How did you get, that's what I said. How did you get all these influencers, make these deals and partnerships? I was really impressed because that's what you need with these low caps, these micro caps, memes, whatever you want to call them. You need an amazing marketing plan. You need to execute it. And they're doing a great job of that. I can see.
Yep.
All right. So Boomer F and Sooner, I heard the new goal for Luna Classic is a 1 million supply. I didn't hear if it was that low. All right. Jeff Pruden, Salamander XRP, Crypto Crackhead. I don't hold anything when I'm not trading, but I'm considering sitting on XRP. What are your thoughts?
The other side of this, the absolute other side of this SEC fight, which I mean, I do believe XRP is going to win, but there's always that possibility they could still win in the eyes of people and still be considered a security. But that would open up. Listen, if that happens, there's going to be blood everywhere.
Yeah,
there's going to be the worst thing to happen to crypto. But at the end of the day, I would hold on to XRP with all I got for a long period of time, because at some point you got to remember it's what's it ranked 6th right now. It's the
it's about token. 6 or 7. Yeah, yep.
It's the 6th ranked token that you cannot buy anywhere. So when you get it, sit on it, because at some point, really, really soon, this whole case is going to be done. The Hinman papers that they're trying to hide, that they won't, like, they refused. The judge told them they had to turn them over, and they refused the judge's request. That was on Friday. They refused, or Thursday, they refused the judge's request and filed an appeal already. Because they know that they're ass in the wind, and they know that this destroys part of their case. So I would be real happy. Look, if there's one token that I would say sit on, even at any price, XRP, it would be XRP, because it is going to rocket soon, and XRP will be that's going to be the ecosystem that ties a credit card to cryptocurrency. It's not going to be Visa. It's not going to be MasterCard. It's going to be XRP. It's that technology that they're holding up right now that is going to be that bridge in between it all.
Boomer F and Sooner believes, sir, what's your opinion on Qnt?
Don't know anything about it. People have started to ask me about it for the last couple of days. To me, it just looked like another blockchain coming up. And I don't know enough about it. So
yeah, there's a lot of hype surrounding it right now. I'm actually looking into it myself. There's a ton of hype, people coming in here. Michael Cornwell, the USA SEC ain't crap compared to the rest of the world using XRP. Might be right about that. Jeff Pruden, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. All right, thank you. Let's see. Michael Cornwell, I'm still holding 30 million wrapped Luna as well. Thank you for the $2 donation. Crypto Puppet believes, sir, when the final dip comes, your top 5 stable coins, I don't think he means stable coins, I think he means safe havens, to keep an eye on, right? Yeah. Not counting, don't count Bitcoin and Ethereum. Top 5 he's asking for.
Okay. BNB, Solana, Aave, Avalanche, and Matic.
All right, cool. Yeah,
every single one of them is a blockchain.
I like Matic a lot. 8 AAA Sega Lunatics. We thought the wormhole thing through, and that's why we are burning Terra Luna Classic. All right, Max is saying, hey, Boomer, make sure you check the recorded Quant videos. We are covering Quant a lot lately for this network. All right, XXI Gaming Gammon. Great points about Luna, and thank you for your honest opinion that that too many people just want Luna to pump out of nowhere. There has to be, there has to be reasons for things. But that's what he's trying to explain. All right, so thanks. Crypto Crackhead, I think it should be mentioned that if the market goes south drastically, it would be my advice to remove all your assets from exchanges into your keyed wallets due to liquidity of the exchanges. That's a worrisome thing. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. Get your money off of exchanges. I mean, not financial advisor, right? But it's scary times. We'll see who makes it through. FTX, Crypto.com, Gemini, maybe KuCoin, but now there's some FUD surrounding that. What's your thoughts on getting money off exchanges, or is it just, a lot of scare tactics, maybe? I don't know.
I think that most of them are relatively safe. I don't think there's anything to worry about a KuCoin. I think that that's just that's FUD created by other ones to try to create doubt. Because if you can do that, then you can actually start to really affect their bottom line. And I don't think it's really a thing. I think Binance is fine. Coinbase is fine. I think FTX is fine. I think everybody in the top 10 is probably fine. Everybody in the top 20 is probably fine. But there's some small ones out there that are probably going to struggle. It's a matter of trading volume. And it's not a matter like they don't give a shit what the value is of the crypto, except that they've used it to leverage as a lender. They don't care anything about any of the they want that trading volume, and they want to be able to lend and look out for the ones that are lending. If you want to know who not to leave your money in, go to 3AC Capital's bankruptcy filing and go to Celsius's bankruptcy filing. And if anybody owes them money, or if they're owed money to any of those places are screwed. Take your money out right away.
Yeah. Do you think Coinbase might make it? Is someone going to bail them out, or they're not really that in trouble?
Coinbase is fine. I think Coinbase is fine. I mean, I wouldn't leave money on there. That's silly. Yeah. But what they're talking about is oh my God, it might implode or something like that. It's one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. And here's the thing. It may have over leveraged its position early on by adding too many people as FTEs, etc. But guess what? It shed its workforce. It shed its workflow. It's shrinking down into itself, and it's just waiting for an opportunity to go again. It learned a big lesson, and it didn't fail. And not only that, but I mean, you have a Coinbase wallet. Your Coinbase now includes a DeFi wallet tab inside of Coinbase itself. So things are changing for the better over there very rapidly. And you don't do changes like that very rapidly unless you're flush with cash, unless you're fine. People don't think they're fine, but they're fine.
Let's see. Cody Core, Volt the Market. Thank you, Legrand Commission, for the $2. Ethereum is in a downward, I guess he's saying trend. The price is in a liquidity zone. That's what he's saying. All right. Michael Cornwell believes. How do you feel about the Ethereum wrapped Luna and the possibility of violating the immutable contract? You have an opinion on that one, believes?
I'm not worried about any of those wrapped ones. I'm just worried about the main one. If all those wormhole disappeared tomorrow, I wouldn't care. It would just reduce the supply. So it's not violating an immutable contract. Actually, I guess it kind of is in a way. But here's the thing: what people are talking. The issue is this: the 1.2 taxes, any of the implementations, anything that's going on, are going to take place on station, and they're going to take place on the other places voluntarily. They're not. It's not just written into the smart contract. Doesn't have a 1.2% burn or anything written into it. The smart contract is just the transaction and where the things go when something happens. You know what I mean? Like that's all that is. So it's not that complicated. The smart contracts that run everything in the background, those are the things that can be changed at a moment's notice. That's why you have them on station. That's why you have them in other places. That's why you don't have to. You're fine with the contract and the wrapped Ethereum.
All right, thank you for that. Boomer F and Sooner. Hey, Max. Well, Max is in the comments. Pulse Chain Hex, Crypto PHEX EHEX blockchain nodes. Will Believes claim his free Pulse Doge coin before it free meme claim ends in a few days? Okay. Best performing coin of the bear market. All right. That's what he's saying. Hump not dump. Can anyone tell me where Volt was founded, please? It's been 6 months and I still don't know. I don't know if you know anything about that, or does it really matter? Or what?
I mean, I could tell you where Voltoshi lives, but I'm not going to.
Okay. Crypto. I don't know why it matters. All right. Crypto crackhead. My dollar cost averaging is percentage of margin on trade. Edward Vincent. The article from yesterday predicted that ETH was was going to have drops as dramatic as 80%. That would result in the cost of it dropping down to 320 bucks. We just saw 1K to 1.2K low for ETH on those charts. Well, I think that's what, believes is convicted with those levels. But there was an article that was predicting a little bit more of a down trend. But all right. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk believes. What do you think of BitGert? B-Rise.
I don't.
None of that. No. Tim Shea. If you get in on Saitama, get profits before they dump it. Okay.
What was BitGert's? What was their what was their sign? What was their tag? Because I had a girl.
B-Rise, B-R-I-S-E, maybe.
Yeah, B-Rise.
Yeah.
I had a girl that was hitting me up all the time about getting into it and stuff like that, and I never did. And they had a nice little run, and then like anything else, it started to correct. And we'll see if it has legs and it's going to move forward. I mean, and again, I think everything is going to have at least a 10x coming. Let me rephrase that. Everything that survives the bear market that is in this meme coin space or in this lower coin sort of space, everything is going to at least 10x. So no matter where you are, you're going to have a nice run on almost everything. It's just how far it's going to go at that time when the money starts to come back in. And remember, the money comes back in like we were talking about earlier, when we know that this bear market's over, the money's not coming here. The money's going into Bitcoin. The money's going into Ethereum to pump those up. Then it's going to cascade down into the altcoin markets, and then it cascades down here. You know what I mean? Like we'll get a pump a little bit, but we're not going to get huge amounts. It's going to take a while. But when it does happen, oh my God, it's going to be beautiful. Every one of you better take your profit.
Yeah, we're all, to me, I feel it's a great opportunity. Yeah, you're right. Anything that makes it through, survives this, whatever we're in, crypto winter, whatever it's called, it's going to do well. All right, Boomer F and Sooner. I'd be interested in seeing the Luna T dude here as a guest the next few days. All right, well, he can message us on Twitter. Max is saying, I will follow up with Larry later on that. Don't worry. Boomer F and Sooner. Thanks, Max. You should come on now. We'd have the perfect crypto. 3 guys. All right. Pulse Chain, Hex, Crypto PX, EX, blockchain nodes. Believes, do you think Saitama version 3, that's not related to Saitama, is a clever thing?
I got friends in it.
Like a loaded question. What'd you say? I didn't hear you. It skipped.
I have friends that are partnered with them, so I have no comment.
Okay.
I think that as a concept, I think it's a concept. It's a good idea, but naming it Saitama to me is just
going a little too far.
Silly.
Yeah. All right. Max, not right now, my friend. Just drop in and out. I even need a break, even though I'm still working for us research, recorded videos. All right. Boomer, F and Sooner, all good. Max, Michael Cornwell, thanks again for another $1. Pulse Chain, Hex, Crypto, PX, EX, blockchain nodes. Yeah. You also had no choice but to double down with Max. At the time, it's just completely imploded. Talking about Saitama. Pulse Chain, Hex, Crypto, EX. All right. Blockchain nodes. Yeah. To be honest, in 2022, the US dollar will probably be the best asset for life-changing crypto gains in 2023. DRV is a good stock if you want to bet against the housing market. Oh, the housing market is going to crash eventually. We're in a bubble.
Chain knows what he's talking about.
Yep. All right. Thank you again, Michael Cornwell, for another $1. Selmo Fudd, talk about ISO coins and tokens. Believes that is where the hike will take place. The crypto market cap to 10K. 10 trillion. Yeah.
Selmo, it's not going to 10 trillion. At best, we're going to look at 3.5 to 4 trillion on the next one. But at some point, things are going to change. But mass adoption look, we have mass adoption. But we don't really have mass adoption. And until we really start to see, I always talk about mass adoption because we don't have, we're not spending crypto. We're not really spending crypto. Okay. Nobody wants to buy something with Bitcoin. Nobody wants to do that. So what we have are basically the early versions of tech stocks in the Web3 environment. And that when the ISOs happen, it's going to require government regulation. And, that leads to a different world. It's going to be a safer world, but it's not going to be our world anymore. And here's the thing. That I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
Because now the government controls this market. And I don't want, like, the whole reason that this was created was to keep the government out. Now, we ourselves are causing the government to interfere across the world.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if they interfere, we're going to go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be stuff. Perhaps everybody moves overseas in terms of, like, I don't know. A lot of DeFi can still operate overseas without regulation, but even then, it's it's happening worldwide. They're trying to get regulation all around the world. So
right.
We'll see what happens. You're right.
By the way, I do believe that mass adoption, that we have way more adoption than we had before. But a lot of that is just the store of value that is Bitcoin. That's not really a use case.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not using it to buy houses and cars. And
exactly. Yeah. We're not using Ethereum to do stuff. We're going to, when we switch to proof of stake, I do think that this changes everything, because then Ethereum can very inexpensively, now you can put your house, you can put the deed to your house on the blockchain. You can put everything on the blockchain. When everything is on the blockchain, then we have a massive amount of use case. So yeah, that's when things are going to change. And when that happens, then we're going to be hitting, when we talk about the ISOs right there, we're going to be talking about maybe a $10 trillion market cap. So Selmo, it's coming. He's right that it's coming. But next up is 3.5 to 4 trillion. And then we're going to fall back down to 1.5 trillion, and then we're going to run back up to 5 trillion. And then we're going to run back down to 2 trillion. Then we're going to run up to 7 or 8 before we even get there. And then there's going to be a lot of regulation in between.
I think you're right about the real estate part, a use case where they're going to have deeds and stuff, NFTs, and same thing for titles for vehicles. But I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Or they have to have some kind of security involved, because what happens if somebody like me gets a little worried and I have
the blockchain?
What's that?
The problem's already solved. The problem's already solved. The security is the blockchain.
Right. So, but I mean, what happens if I send it to the wrong wallet? Maybe there's a chance that somehow it doesn't accept it, something doesn't jive, and I lost the deed to my house on the blockchain. I can't own it
because it's not going to be in your crypto wallet. It's going to be in a deed wallet.
Okay. All right. So it'll be something a little bit different then, a new form.
Well, right. It would. So you can't just transfer and just say, here, take this. Like if I bought your house, right, you would then have to go to a state-sponsored agency that would then have to redeed it over to me. You know what I'm saying? You would just have a deed wallet.
Okay.
And it would include like your license. It would include maybe insurance. It would include, the things that people need to recognize. It would include your credit cards or credit account or, whatever it is. It wouldn't be your cryptocurrency wallet.
Right. All right. Okay. So it'll be a little bit different. All right.
I'm thinking ahead, baby.
Max, holy cow. All right. The math was huge. All right. Oh, and the moth. Too much. I agree that we are we are meaning everyone that is in crypto now are buying and selling from one another. What will it take to bring in new investors to crypto world? You mean like, the rug pulls and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't like regulation. I really don't. I don't like control. I don't like government stuff, this crap. But we did kind of shoot ourselves in the foot in a lot of ways. And, if you're from the outside world, meaning outside of crypto, and you're looking at people making these tokens and they rug pull and this happens and Terra, crashes, it just, it opens the door for the government or the regulators to come in. So that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only positive. I don't know how else can we get money in here other than regulation? I mean, other money.
No, regulation is the way. That is the way.
Right? Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the only way.
We'll still
they have to get comfortable with it. What's that?
We'll see pumps though. You know what I mean? Like we'll see some pumps, but if we want that $10 trillion Selmo action, then we're going to need some regulation.
Yeah, we need some new money in here for crypto market. All right. Cody Core, sorry about the multiple volt comments. but I got to do it because of Bleaves. I don't care. You guys can talk about Volt all night. It's fine. You guys, this is your show. Tim Shea, your voice counts, Cody. No worries. Right. Jeff Pruden. Hello, Bleaves. Long-time listener, for first-time caller. Old radio joke from the young folks. Okay. But I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Tron? Now, that's something we haven't asked about in a long time. Tron.
I think Tron's going to fail too.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I think they're just like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. At some point, look, at some point, Citadel is going to say, hey, I need another $800 million. Who can I go screw? And it's going to be Tron, because Tron uses the same type of algorithm for their stable token. What is it, USDD? They use the same.
Yeah,
I think so.
Double D, yep.
Yeah, so they're going down too. It's just a matter of time right now. And you know what? They're not even on a clock. It's just going to happen secretly when it happens.
Off the record, yeah. Off the record, do you feel like the powers that be are involved with the Terra crash? Do you think they wanted that to happen or had a hand in it? Because they can then say, hey, here we are. We're going to save you all. We're going to introduce regulation for these stable coins. You think that they had something to do with it, or is that just too much of a conspiracy?
From what I understand of the rumors, I think Citadel just saw that opportunity and they reached out and they said, hey, Gemini, we need to borrow 32,000 Bitcoin. And the Winklevoss twins said, yeah, sure. Because it's Citadel. Right. And Citadel is their backer as well. So they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then they did that. And then they made the play. And then they paid them back. And then they didn't even bother to tell them what it was for, because it's none of their business. You know what I mean? Like, nobody needed to know. They just needed to be able to have the leverage in order to do it. So they made their plays in the background. They made their moves. And they didn't even do any of that until they had already accumulated enough UST so that they could keep the transactions and they could keep the liquidations going nonstop. You know what I mean? Like they planned it out. They accumulated the UST. They got as much as they could get in order to force this thing to into that death spread. And they didn't even know it was going to happen that way. But once it started happening, there was no stopping it.
They couldn't stop it. Yeah, too much momentum. All right. Pat Murphy, I am down at the moment, still hopeful knowing it will be 40K next week. All right. Hump, not dump. Currently, BNB is holding more Bitcoins. He's talking about Binance Exchange than Coinbase. Yeah. BNB will be stronger than Coinbase. Back to you. Okay. Yep. Emmanuel, here's somebody new. Hidalgo, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. We still in Terra Classic? I am. We are, I think. Waiting to see. All right. Cody Core, my Coinbase wallet was hacked. Uh-oh. I shall never do business with Coinbase again. They told me it is my fault and go kick. Well, that's not good customer service. Jeff Pruden, yes to Luna Classic. Morgan is back. What's your thoughts on Elon, Dogecoin Mars? I sold off mine, but do you still have any of that? Mac? Nope. I almost called you Max. Sorry. Believes.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Jeff Pruden, good question. Boomer F and Sooner, Dogecoin Mars, or do you have any tectonic? Never pronounced it right. No. Jeff Pruden, TT should be good after the bear market. Michael Cornwell, 1 Luna equals 1 Wrap Luna, but Luna 2 got the names Luna. Contract states Luna equals Wrap Luna. I don't understand how Wrap Luna is following Luna Classic. Then the wormhole is closed and why they pump together. I don't understand it myself, but I'm not a technical guy. All right. Jeff Pruden. Crypto Puppet believes I heard you say Chronos. You have Chronos. Yeah. I myself have put 10K put away. Are you holding long term for Chronos?
So long term is different for me than it is for anybody else. And I'll put it this way: when I have $10 million, y'all never see my ass again.
Okay. You're gonna be gone.
Unless you come up to a beach on the Mykonos Islands, then maybe you'll see me chilling out somewhere. But my situation with cryptocurrency is an investment and it's transactional. There are certain things that I do believe in that I'm going to help to support the bottom line of, but those are also transactional. At the end of the day, I'll put it this way: the only place where I feel like I have an obligation is going to be my man Voltoshi. And I'll hold on to Volt a lot longer than I hold on to some other stuff. I will sell a lot of Volt at the top. I'll accumulate more Volt at the bottom when it goes back down. You know what I mean? Like I'll keep playing Volt for a very long time, but almost everything else, that's transactional. I'll hold my original investment just in case it does something. But if there's money on the table, I'm taking the money on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to take profits. Crypto pandemic. All right. Jeff Pruden, I would hold LT long-term Crow XXI game and hit the like button, guys. Hump, not dump. I'm going to buy the top and sell the bottom. That's the opposite. These guys are characters. All right. Cool Cat Crypto is back. Royal Cat, Jeff Pruden, Cool Cat. Cool Cat. Hey, Michael Cornwell. Mass adoption is coming. Just 2 partners of XRP pass 18 trillion through the space daily. And finite resources backed crypto. All right. Cool Cat. Oh, thank you. Salamander in space. No one cares on Musk selling his Bitcoin. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Yeah. Cool Cat. And that was just so they could get, look, that wasn't really him. That's Tesla. And they're getting liquidity to make their books look good. It's,
right. I mean, when he bought it, Tesla stock went down.
Yeah.
When he sold it, Tesla stock went up because the Tesla stockholders, they're the ones that make that price.
Mm-hmm.
Cool and they don't like high risk assets.
Mm-hmm. Cool Cat Crypto. There's no way the government is going to relinquish control of the financial system. They're fighting for it right now. Jeff Pruden, true. Edward Vincent, hey at Tim Shea. Feed at Cool Cat Crypto. All right. Mr. Lambos, Crypto Talk believes. What do you think of Elon Goat?
That you shouldn't invest in anything named Elon, and that it's a fool's errand. And if you do, then you should invest in the very beginning of it when it comes out. Get out at the top and never get back in.
All right, there you go. Jeff Pruden, everyone please take a second and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. All right, thanks. Tim Shea, hey. Edward Vincent, hey. Max, yes, everyone please hit the like button for our special guest, Believes Crypto. Jeff Pruden, Tron, no, it's crying. Cool Cat Crypto, Tron, the movie was the movie. We're not talking about the movie. All right, Cool Cat Crypto, smiling. Jeff Pruden, laugh out loud. I was kind of laughing. Edward Vincent, dang. Tron, rest in peace. I hope you guys are not going to lose money on Tron. Boomer F and Sooner, Tron was a cool game back in the 80s.
Oh my God, that is so true. I love that game. I did love that game.
Tron?
Yeah.
Jeff Pruden, rest in peace. Cool Cat Crypto, Boomer, heck yes. I played the crap out of that. Boomer F and Sooner. Edward Vincent, Sir Believes, I must ask. So proper the way he says that. Sir Believes, I must ask on behalf of those who do not know, are you a fan of barbecue? And if so, what is the style? All right, that's an interesting one.
Texas barbecue.
Texas? Okay.
Texas barbecue and quit fucking around. I don't want any of that mustard-based shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. That's wrong.
Down south, they have like a vinegar-based. But it's okay. I mean, I like all styles. All right. Jeff, I like to eat. Jeff Pruden, laugh out loud. Selmo5, thank you for the $5. Believes ISO coins and tokens, they will take the crypto market cap over 10 trillion when they are launched. Okay. I don't know if I read
he's right. Selmo's right. It's just we're not there yet. It's going to take a while before that regulation kind of creates that. Cody
Core, peace out. Going to get he's going to go get hammered. All right. Well, it's what? Oh no, is it Sunday? No, it's Saturday. Crypto Puppet, my last question for the night. Believes, what do you think about Cardano? It's boring but good. And thank you for everything, bro.
One day we're going to look back at the moments that we have right now over Cardano, and we're going to ask ourselves why we were not more into it at the time. Because I have a feeling, I mean, just from the things that you can see, that's going to be the ecosystem. I don't know how we move away from Ethereum at this point, but I also, nobody ever knew how we were going to move away. Like, let me put it this way: Apple can exist along with Windows, right? So Cardano can exist along with Ethereum. At some point, one or the other is going to be more popular, and that could change at any given moment. It just depends on circumstance. And I think that Cardano being late to the game and not being as functional puts it behind the 8 ball. But when Cardano actually starts to rip and people see the ease by which they can move smart contracts onto it, and it does support Solidity. So as soon as they realize they can move stuff over, and by the way, it's not Solidity contracts. So if you try to upload a Solidity contract, it will not work, but it's a Solidity type contract. Very easy to learn the new language. So, you know, once this is out of the way, and easier, by the way, once we're at the point where Cardano is an up and functioning, fully functioning ecosystem in which you can build, then I think it goes crazy. Like I think it really does go crazy.
All right, thanks for that. Boomer, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to fly through the comments and we're going to start to wrap it up. We've been going a long time. We want to be respectful to Bleaves as well as time. Boomer effing Sooner, Oklahoma barbecue is better. Jeff Pruden.
It's the same thing.
Bleaves, he loves the Sooners. All right, Jeff Pruden, Bleaves smashed my Tron dreams. Larry, make that bad man stuff. Okay. Edward Vincent, amen. Texas brother. There's a lot of Texas guys here. Max, Mr. Max P. Liked the technical analysis on the show today. Thanks. Cool Cat Crypto Bleaves. What do you think happens when with the market next week when the rate hike takes place and the jobs report? Oh, we didn't even talk about the jobs.
Jobs report's going to be fine. We're still adding jobs, so unemployment's going to stay low. All we got to do right now is just take that 75 BPS, then get the GDP and deal with the fallout from the GDP. If the GDP is negative, then we're going down. If the GDP for any reason is positive, then we're going to have a big relief rally. The end.
All right, cool. Tim Shea, I like a little. I like TNA too. All right, we all like that. All right, too much thoughts on Baby Doge.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I had it before. I don't have just dust. Boomer effing Sooner. TNA is always a good thing, even at my age. All right, they're laughing. Jeff Pruden, if you don't smash the like button for usual algorithm, bugs will crawl in your bed tonight. All right. Edward Vincent at Jeff Pruden. Bugs already are crawling all over him. Laughing. Boomer effing Sooners laughing. And Cool Cat Crypto says, thanks. You know, there's a couple more. Jeff Pruden. Someone get the raid for Edward. Enjoyable lifestyle. Bleaves. How B Roots convinced you get Colt?
He hasn't convinced me yet.
Oh. Okay.
He hasn't convinced me yet. He's just got me to agree to be positive about it.
All right. There you go. All right. Well, I think that's it. I want to thank you, Bleaves, for the, just stopping by and we made it a great show. And thank you for the technical analysis, the math, and the insight that you provided. And it was a great time. I hope that you could come back another time.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
All right, cool. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to sign off now.
Have a good night, guys.